Joining me live now is former South African farmer Nicky Blume. Nicky, loyal viewers of Sky News will know your story and know the fact that Andrew Hastie has helped you and helped your family resettle, thankfully, in our nation. How do you reflect on the events that have taken place in the Oval Office and the fact that President Trump confronted the South African leader over this very issue?
Hi, Kieran. You know what? I'm so grateful that finally this is being heard, and that President Trump has brought it up, because when we moved to Australia 4.5 years ago, it felt like nobody was listening. So it really is. I'm thrilled that it is coming out into the open, and that the world is now going to see what's really happening in South Africa.
Yes, so Nicky, there have been suggestions of a white genocide by President Trump and JD Vance and others in the US administration, rejected by some observers, but your personal experience, your bitter experience and that of other farmers suggests that it is very, very difficult times right now for many in South Africa, including, as I say, your own bitter experience in recent times.
Yeah, so Kieran, I think, in the President Ramaphosa, he was talking about the crime stats in South Africa, and obviously crime is very widespread and it's across all races. But I think the issue is that South Africans, we make up 7.2% of the population of South Africa. So, I think the crime stats are skewed, and farm murders are being thrown into a group of random crimes where they refuse to acknowledge that this is actually happening, which it's hard.
Yes, indeed. And so the fact that this, and if we just circle back to where we started our conversation, your own reflections, what were your emotions like when you saw that confrontation happen, because of your own personal stake in how violent that country is right now?
So I actually couldn't. I was really disappointed that while President Trump was talking about what was happening, that Cyril Ramaphosa was actually smiling. And another thing I was disappointed about was that every time, President Trump tried to talk to him about and get him to answer him, he deflected and started talking about trade and minerals and things like that, where, in my mind, the purpose of the visit should have been to talk about human lives that are being lost. And the fact that, President Ramaphosa has not held Julius Malema accountable for what he is saying, chanting, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. The fact that he's been found not guilty in a human rights court of any human rights violations for chanting that with hundreds of thousands of people, it just baffles me. As far as I'm concerned, the fact that he has not been held accountable means the government is complacent and they're not going to do anything about it.
How's the Blume family going in Australia and Tumut? You happy here?
Oh, we love it. We love it. I mean, the kids are thriving. We've got our eldest two are studying honours degrees at uni. Our youngest is playing sport. They are safe and they are happy and they are healing. It's been a wonderful healing process. Obviously what happened to us will be with us forever, but coming to Australia has saved us.
Well, you're very welcome, as you know, Nicky Blume. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.